seen some shit. The days that I have spent out on the water, learning the way of the fish. Do you think you can take it? Do you think you can handle the power? The power of fishing. No, by the way, this is vaping. This is actually your fishing tutorial. I have quite a few hours. Quite a few hours. Like every Wednesday on this server, on the center kind of vanilla map, we actually go fishing. And I know pretty much everything you need to know about fishing for the most part, so I'm going to go ahead and take y'all through a tutorial. So, what you need is you need to go ahead and make your fishing rod. Now a fishing rod, if you go and look in your crafting thing, let's type in fishing. Alright, so you've got a fishing rod, which requires 12 wood, 50 fiber, and 20 thatch. That'll make you the basic primitive fishing rod, which is fantastic because you can sit here like this guy is and just pulling in that. Oh, he failed at that. But, so, you make a fishing rod, and the only way you can actually fish is if you have bait, a fishing rod, and a place to sit. So you have to actually sit down. Now, when it comes to the differences in bait, because I know everybody is curious about the differences in bait, there's only two types of bait. You have sap that you get from the redwood forest by putting a tap into a tree, and then you have leech blood. Now, leech blood is kind of difficult to acquire because of the fact that leech blood comes from leeches, of course, but leeches are so small that most of the time your dinos can't harvest it unless you're using something that has a large AoE effect. Now, I use a Giga to farm leech blood, and that makes it super simple for me. Kill as many leeches as you can, and voila, you get a whole bunch of leech blood, and it works out great for you so that you can actually, go ahead and get more than enough leech blood. If you're out farming leech blood, and you'll notice that a lot of people actually, they will get ridiculous amounts. Like on the videos, people will kill a leech and they'll get like 70 leech blood off of one leech. That's because they killed an infected leech. Now, infected leeches actually give you a higher amount of leech blood. Now, regular leeches give you anywhere between 5 to 10 leech blood per harvest. With a Giga at least. I haven't really tried it by hand. I haven't tried it with anything else except for a Rex and a Giga, and they normally give you a very high amount of leech blood, so in between 5 or 10 regular leeches, and then for infected leeches, they actually give you anywhere between, I want to say, 45 to 80 leech blood off of an infected leech. Um, but when it comes down to fishing, when it comes to sap, sap is, as I said, you get it from the, oh man, did I drop that? I think I dropped that. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go ahead and grab the actual sap out of the chest that I have in here. So, sap is fantastic for catching coal. Now, coal are those fat, stupid-faced fish that swim around the areas all over the place. And coal will actually, they are able to be caught from sap and from leech blood. So if you're sitting in an area with a bunch of like high-level saber-toothed salmon, a little tiny ass coal might run up and eat your bait. So what I suggest is you sit here for a while and you go ahead and you sap for as long as you can and hold on to the leech blood until the end. Now, whenever it comes to going ahead and casting out and starting fishing, you make sure to drag the bait you're using onto your fishing pole, just like you would ammunition for a gun or a crossbow. And you sit down on a bench or a chair facing towards the water, and you select your bow, which you not your bow, but your fishing rod that should be on your hotkey, and you select that. It'll load up the bait, and you can cast it on out. Now we're gonna sit here for a moment, and we're gonna wait and see if any coal come after this sap, because I guarantee you it'll either be a coal or a very minute chance it will be a not a salmon, but a piranha. Now, Commonly, if a piranha actually comes towards your bait and you're using sap, it will actually snap your line. But on occasion, you can actually get one to hook onto the bait and you can actually reel in a piranha with sap. When you're using leech blood, you have a higher percentage chance of catching saber-toothed salmon and piranha. Coal are just kind of like the underlings that if they get a chance, they will come after the leech blood. Leech blood, I'll tell you, if you decide that you actually want to get a bunch of leech blood for farming, leech blood, it will actually expire. But it expires, I think, like once every 3 hours per piece. So if you do decide to go and farm a bunch of leech blood, farm a lot of it, because a lot of leech blood will actually last longer. So as you're fishing, fish will actually come out and it'll display a series of buttons that you need to hit so that you can actually catch the fish. And then you reel it in. You see all the different types of items and stuff that I got from that. I got, uh, what was it? Obsidian, crystal, polymer, all sorts of things. Now I am currently right now using an apprentice rod, which to get a upgraded rod, it actually comes with blueprints from fishing. Since I am on a private server, I actually got the admin to spawn better rods in for the every Wednesday fishing night, so that we all have a better chance of getting better stuff. Um, when it comes to primitive rods, you have a high chance of getting primitive or ramshackle blueprints. When it comes to a ramshackle, you have a chance of getting primitive, ramshackle, and apprentice. Very minute chance for the apprentice. With an apprentice rod, you have a high chance of getting apprentice and journeyman, and then as it goes up, it just progresses like that. So you have higher chances of getting multiple different types of blueprints. Now I'm just going to cast out with a sap again, just because I'm sitting here. Um, I have to admit, I say in videos a lot. I'm sorry, it's because most of the time I don't have a write out of exactly what I'm supposed to be talking about or anything like that. So I'm just kind of flying on the edge of the seat here, hoping that I can actually say everything I need to say. But so we're gonna sit here and we're gonna fish for a little bit. Fishing off the back of the fishing boat after devastating attack from Commander's Pterodon. So we're gonna sit here for a minute and we're gonna try to catch one more coal. And once we catch another coal, I'm gonna pop leech blood on and we're gonna catch a salmon. Now, when it comes down to it, the only keys that fishes will actually ask you to hit are all around the ASWD keys. So you've got Q, you've got WE, ASD, Z, X, and C. Those are the only ones they will ask you to push while you're trying to catch a fish. Now, the smaller the fish means the less number of buttons you have to push, and then the larger the fish, the more buttons you push. But for both sizes of fish, you only have 20 seconds to hit the right number of keys. So get yourself used to hitting those keys as frequently as possible and as accurately as possible, because if you make one mistake, it will snap on you. So just get used to making sure to hit the right keys every time. Now, I know I've made more than enough mistakes in the past of hitting the wrong key. But look at that, I even got leech blood, I got organic polymer, I've got quite a few things from it. So I'm going to scroll through here, not to mention you get more than enough fish meat, raw fish meat, you get more than enough raw prime fish meat, you also get prime meat, absorbent substrate, metal ingots, crystal pelt, organic polymer. You also get gunpowder, cementing paste, spark powder, hide. You get more than enough charcoal, flowers, mushrooms, metal, obsidian, oil, polymer. There's ridiculous amounts of stuff that you can get from fishing. Fishing is absolutely fantastic for going in. I mean, it's kind of relaxing just to be able to sit here and fish, because you can get all sorts of things just from chilling out next to a lake or next to a group of fish, so that you can just catch whatever you want. So we're casting out with the leech blood now, and we'll see if a salmon actually decides to take a bite. I really hope that that one does, but it probably won't, because they never seem to. Whenever you see a bunch of big fish, 90% of the time those big fish will not come after your bait until they are the last ones in the pond. So we're going to sit here and wait for just a minute. Now on the waiting times when it comes to fishing, it takes anywhere between 10 seconds to 2 minutes to catch a fish. So take that into account while you're fishing. Even if it's just a little one that comes at you, it takes anywhere between 10 seconds to 2 minutes. I've had it occasionally take higher than that, but it's not common, especially if you're in an area where fish are abundant. Also, when it comes to getting blueprints, you have a higher chance of getting blueprints from the saber-tooth salmon than you do coal. So if you do get that leech blood, I highly suggest doing what I do. I normally come in with a stack of sap, and I collect as much leech blood from the coal and stuff that I actually catch, and then I turn around and use all the leech blood at once, so I just constantly will roll in those saber-tooth salmon. This one is just taunting me. You are a bloody bastard. I think both of these are actually coming towards my bait, but they are glitching out so they actually can't come towards it. That was really awkward. Hopefully that little one or one of the big ones will come back at it. We'll see what I can get. By the way, if you're vaping, by all means make sure to consume more than enough water. Propylene glycol is actually a dehydrant, so it actually makes you need to drink more. So stop drinking those sodas and start drinking that water. Come on. Come on, fishy. Come on, fishy. Come on, fishy. Now, when actually you look at the different levels or look at your fishing rod in general, a primitive will probably say it has like 100 durability and 100% effectiveness. Instead of doing attack damage, fishing rods do effectiveness. The one I am using right now has 211% 0.2. Well, 211.2% effectiveness, which means there's a higher chance of fish coming towards it. It also means that there's a higher chance of getting more valuable loot when I actually catch a fish. Got Vis back there fishing behind me. Hopefully I'll catch something soon so I can have it on the video for y'all. Now hopefully it'll have a blueprint so you'll see that I actually got a blueprint. Na 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 na. Do 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 do. Oh, that is a huge salmon. Let's make sure I catch it. So we're gonna hit this all as fast as I possibly can, and we're gonna see if I can actually get loot from it. Now, if you don't actually get it up in time, or if you're constantly hitting the buttons and you keep the fish out of water for a long period of time, it'll actually snap. Just like that one. God damn it. That thing was fucking huge. Alright, so either way, that is actually y'all's fishing tutorial. So all you need is you need a bench or a chair, you need a fishing rod and some bait. Go ahead and get out there, guys, and catch as much as you can. Y'all have a good night, good day, whatever it is, whenever you're watching this, and hope to see you again. If you look for a server that actually doesn't have a giant amount of douchebags trying to wipe out your base 24/7, come to the center KindaVanilla server. We're looking for more people all the time. and we hope to see you here. Have a good one.